Sit straight. Okay, so environmental science 1, your lesson number 12, food for all. If I am not mistaken, the lesson number. Okay, so your lesson name is food for all. Let us see now from where you get food, how you are getting food. Okay, so I'll come back on the screen and I want some answers from you. So your agriculture, you can see we get food from plants. As I told you now, we get food from plants. Then I told you the story about the Stone Age man. We need to sow the seeds. Okay, so the seeds are sown in the fields, in the farms and fields, and from the seeds we get the different types of crops. So we sow grains in the fields. Okay, the grain seeds of the grains. Then we also plant fruits. Now how you plant fruits? Directly you are not planting any fruits.
Teacher, we have to plant any fruits in the orchards.
Yes. Where is the fruit planted? In the orchard. See, when you are planting any fruit, you are planting a seed of it. You are sowing the seed. Then the sapling grows into a plant and then into a tree. So we are planting fruits in the orchards. Now look here. India is an agricultural country, boys. That's why it is agricultural country, because most of the places which are there, they are not cities. The people are living in villages, and you know the village people, they will go for agriculture, they go for farming, and that's why India is an agricultural country. So how much land is utilized for the farming or for agriculture? 60% of the land is used for agriculture. Now, you understood that we are growing crops, we are growing the fruits, the plants, everything. Okay. When the fruits are grown, they are grown in the orchards. So now let us see, agriculture is done, but there are different seasons. Because you know, in winter season, different vegetables you will get, varieties of fruits you will get. Okay. And in summers, there are different crops which are grown, and in winters, different crops are grown. And even in rainy season. Okay. So let us see one by one, which are the seasons first grown, where the crops are grown. So there are two main seasons. Which are the two main seasons for agriculture in our country? Let's see. The first is the season from the month of June to October. It is known as the Kharif season. I'll repeat. The season from June to October is called the Kharif season. Which crops go, what happens over there? Crops are watered mainly by rain. You know now, June to October, this is now this is our rainy season. We are in the month of August. June onwards, the rainy season starts. So which season it is for agriculture? Kharif season. So June to October is Kharif season. So crops which are there, naturally watered. They are naturally watered. Why? Because they get water from the rain. The next season is the season from October to March. So we can say the start of Diwali till March. End of year, you are close to your final examination. Correct? So this season, the season from October to March, it is known as a Rabi season. Which season? Rabi season. Okay. So now what happens over here? from October to March, rainy season is not there. It doesn't rain. So from where the crops grow, get the water? Rainwater which is there, it is soaked into the soil. It is absorbed into the soil. So they are using that rainwater with the help of wells, tube wells, okay. Then retreating monsoon and dews are the sources of water. The dewdrops which are there, or the water which is collected, or the water which is soaked, okay. All these things which are there are utilized for irrigation of our crops. They are using irrigating the farms and fields. So what we studied now from this, that we have the two main seasons in our country for agriculture. One is the Kharif season. Second is the Rabi season. Season from June to October is your Kharif season, and season from October to March is your Rabi season. In the Kharif season, crops get water directly through rain. But in the Rabi season, crops get water which is collected water, which is absorbed rainwater or from the dewdrops. And you know now the Rabi season and the Kharif season, two main seasons are there. But there are some crops which are grown from March to June. March, April, May and June. So from March to June, some crops are grown, and these are called summer crops. Which are these crops? Summer crops. Sorry. Now let us see the agricultural work. See boys, whenever it is going to rain, before that the farmer needs to prepare the land. Okay, so what is the preparation? You can see this is the old technique which is used by the farmer. There are bullocks and the farmer who is sowing the field, tilling and plowing. All these processes are going on. So now every farmer is ready because it is going to rain, and he has to plant the sow the seeds. Why? He needs a good harvest. Okay, so every farmer wishes to get a good harvest. He wants good production of crops. Why he needs a good production of crops? What will happen if he will have a good production of crops? If he'll get good crops, what will happen? He will get money. That means what? Money means what? It is his income. If there is a good harvest, it will provide a good income to the farmer. The farmer will get money. So every farmer wishes to get a good harvest. Why he needs a good harvest? Because he needs a good income also out of it. Which are the things essential for a good harvest? Which are the things? Means you will sow the seed, of course, in the soil. But a seed is supposed to grow. And for that seed to grow, what all things are needed? So the first picture you can see over here, you must have guessed it. This is a fertile land. Okay. The farmer needs a fertile land. What do you mean by fertile land? The land where the crops can grow. Some land where the soil which is there, it will not give you proper crops. Okay, so that means what? The soil is not fertile. It is not nutritive. The nutrition is not there in the soil. So for the farmer, if he wants to grow the crop, he needs a fertile land. The land which is having good type of nutrition, good quality nutrition. Second thing, what he needs, boys, remember these things, what he needs. Things essential for a good harvest. First is the fertile land. Now this one, seeds. He needs a good quality seeds. Okay. If the seeds are not of a good quality, it will not give a good production of crops. It will not grow into a sapling. So the production of crops will be hampered. That's why the second thing essential is the good quality seeds. This picture, can anyone guess it? I know you cannot answer me, but just guess it. Yes, the third thing is fertilizers. Fertilizers are used. You know what? Every time when you are sowing the seeds, then the crops are grown. Sowing the seeds in the soil, again the crops are grown. What happens to the fertility of the soil, the nutrition of the soil? It damages. Now, if you want to recover the fertility of the soil, the nutrition of the soil, we need fertilizers, and that's why fertilizers are used. Okay. And the fourth very important thing for a good harvest is water. You need availability of water, very much essential. So remember these things: fertile land, good quality seeds, fertilizers, and availability of water are the things which are essential for a good harvest. Now, here, look here, this one, this picture, this is tilling of the land. What do you mean by tilling of the land? I'll come ahead, I'll explain you what do you mean by tilling. So before you start with your production, it is very much necessary to carry out the task of tilling the land. Means what? You need to dig the land, you need to overturn the soil, you need to loosen the soil, you need to remove those rock particles and make the soil ready for the crops. So that is, it is very much necessary to carry out the task of tilling the land. Look here. Now these crops which are grown after tilling, after all the processes, the crops are grown. Now crops which are grown, you cannot keep the crops like that. You need to remove it. That means you are harvesting the crop. And once they are, one more thing, very important. Crops are there. We need to protect them. We need to store them. What will happen if we are not protecting them? Anyone will eat. Rain will destroy. Storms will destroy. So protection, natural protection you cannot give. Whatever safety you can give, definitely we have to give it to the crops. Protection of crops. Okay. Second thing, you need to store them safely. Example, when you are harvesting, that means you have collected a grain of wheat. You need to store it somewhere. If you are not storing it somewhere, it will damage the crop. Okay. So here the crops in the field should be protected and stored safely. Again here, you can see here in this picture, population, example our India. We can take the example of our India. Population of our India is increasing. But still we are able to meet the needs of the people. That means all the people are eating the food. All are getting the food. Despite of increasing population, still we are getting the food. What is the reason? Because of modern improved methods of agriculture. New techniques are used in agriculture. Okay, so improved methods are used in agriculture, and that's why we are able to meet the needs of the people. Look here. Before, what do you mean by traditional agriculture? In the ancient times or before, now also in some of the villages they are doing this agriculture. So here, this is the traditional technique. You can see the farmer plowing the field. Plowing, tilling were done with the help of oxen. Okay. Then after plowing and tilling, harvesting and threshing was done with the help of family members. Family members used to help. Okay, so machines were not used. Machines were not at all used. Plowing, tilling with the help of oxen, and harvesting and threshing was done with the help of family members. This is which agriculture? Traditional agriculture. See this one? Now in this picture you can see the machines which are used with the help of tractor. You can see the machines over here. Plowing the land. What do you mean by plowing the land? Loosening the soil before sowing. You need to loosen the soil. Loosening the soil before sowing seed or planting. Turning over the uppermost soil. The layer of the uppermost soil, you have to turn it over. Second, you can see the tilling. What do you mean by tilling the land? Digging, stirring, and overturning the land. Now the third picture is about harvesting. That means crops are grown. You need to remove them. What is it? It is known as harvesting. The process of gathering the rock from the fields. You have to collect the crops from the field. So the process of gathering the crops from the field is harvesting. And here you can see the traditional methods family members used to help. Now it is not so. Machines are used. They are threshing. Threshing means what? They are process of loosening the edible part. Example, we are eating that wheat or rice. That is the edible part. Edible means eatable part of a grain. So threshing is what? Process of loosening the edible part of a grain from the straw to which it is attached. So they what they do, they hold it together and they thrash it. Okay, so this is threshing. Now next. These are leather bags. But similarly, there was one huge leather bag which used to be used by the farmer. They used to you collect water in that leather bag. They used to tie that leather bag to the oxen and the oxen used to pull it. Why? To water the fields. So what is that leather bag known as? A mott. A mott. Mott is a huge leather bag driven with the help of oxen, used to draw water from the well. With the help of oxen, with the help of leather bag, they used to collect the water in that leather bag, dipping into the well, and the oxen used to pull. So this is how the water used to be collected from the well. Now, as I told you, see, these tasks are done with the help of machines nowadays. That means this is what modern techniques are used for agriculture. Improved methods. You can see here. What are the improved methods of agriculture? You can see the seeds over here. Improved seeds. Earlier, suppose you are sowing the seeds of a rice, grain, they used to collect it and keep it for the next year till the rainy season comes. But now, everything is available. Okay. So here, earlier, seeds were preserved for the next harvest. But now, they are available in the market for all the crops. Example, jawar, rice, groundnut, wheat. Okay, so we are getting the seeds for everything. And one more thing, because it is a modern technique, these are all, we are getting it now, availability easily, and that's why they can resist the pest attack. What do you mean by resistance? Pest cannot attack. Now, what do you mean by pest attack? You should know that first. See here. See this picture. This is a leaf. Okay. This is actually the pest. They eat the leaf. They eat the crops this way and they damage the crops. Can you see the holes over here? See, if you, for example, you have palak nowadays, if you purchase palak, in that also, you can see these holes. If these major holes are there, that means what? There's a pest attack. This is a pest attack. So this is how they damage the crops. Okay. So how you will understand what is a pest attack? It damages the leaves. You can see a holes over here, this way. And some crops, even if you are sowing the seeds, no need of much water. In a less water supply also, production will be more. So some crops give higher yield. Higher yield means higher production with a low water supply. Okay.